looks like Young Thug's tea is spilling out everywhere after these leaked prison calls. First it was K-Dot not being big as Drake, then it was Glorilla is ugly, and now it's Mariah the Scientist. Y'all, Mariah the Scientist is completely shattered after jaw-dropping leaks just surfaced, and the internet is losing their ever-loving mind. Sources claim it exposes Young Thug's secret prison gay affair. Some fans never expected this, and the fallout is already wild. Social media is erupting and clips are blowing up and everybody is picking sides. And little Miss Mariah is caught right in the middle, blindsided and heartbroken, and the way that this is all unfolding is nothing short of explosive. But the receipts are out, the whispers are turning into full-blown chaos, and this drama isn't just spilling, it's erupting across the music world. Now, from private secrets to public outrage, this scandal is shaking up everything that we even thought we knew about Young Thug, Mariah, and the entire scene around them. And trust me, you're not ready for what comes next. So let's get into it, y'all. Now, y'all, Mariah did say, "And now I cannot trust you, and I'm forced to let you go. And that's what's spreading thin on us, too. Hate to see you lose control." And ain't that the truth? Because it's kind of wild that Young Thug would play in Mariah's face like that when she stayed 10 toes down behind him for 2 years when he was in prison during his RICO trial and apparently spending all his tea. So it's kind of wild to imagine that while she was holding him down like a rider that she is, he was in prison getting his back blown out by another man. Ooh, all allegedly. A leaked jail call recently resurfaced where Thug openly bragged about chatting with 10 different women every single day while behind bars. 10, y'all. And he didn't even act embarrassed. He laughed about it like it was no big deal. Just part of his daily routine in prison. The clip blew up online fast, not only because it sounded shady, but because it painted Mariah as this ride or die partner in the relationship. The only one, though. And it was clear that she was pretty much dating herself in the relationship. Just when you thought that things couldn't get messier, more leaked calls started popping up. Turns out it wasn't just women he was spending his hours on the phone with. Fans noticed he was putting in just as much time talking to his boys, and suddenly them old DL rumors came back roaring in. Now, Thug's sexuality has been under speculation for years, from rocking dresses on album covers to calling his friends bae. His sexuality has always been very sus, to say the least. Now, with these jail calls out in the open, the internet is convinced that Mariah might not have just been competing with other women. She could have been competing with men too. Yes, y'all, everything's about to go crazy. But the worst part is that Thug himself downplayed her loyalty, saying Mariah loved him too much. Imagine being that ride or die girlfriend sticking by somebody through court dates and public drama only for him to brush you off like that? Earrings off, Vaseline on, because now the conversation online isn't about whether Mariah will leave, it's about why she stayed as long as she did. The real turning point came when fans realized these leaks weren't just random. They were showing a pattern that Thug had been hiding for years. The internet exploded when Law and Crime released the jail call clips, and people was already skeptical about Young Thug's RICO case, but actually hearing his conversations took things to a whole new level. One of the first clips to catch everybody's attention was Thug talking to Leanna Said. Yes, the same Lena Said who now is linked to Devin Haney. The way he spoke didn't feel casual, and fans said it seemed like he was keeping tabs on women outside while his girlfriend held it down for him behind bars. Not him trying to keep his options open. But then a call from Mariah surfaced, and this one really hit hard. Instead of showing appreciation for her loyalty, he basically brushed her off. He let her share updates from the outside world, but then threw in that line about her loving him too much. That moment really exposed the contrast between how he devoted she was and how dismissive he could be.
I talked to Mariah today. She's like, man, she said she feel better from talking to you.
For sure.
You got her in her feelings, man.
What happened?
No, I'm just saying she loves you, man.
Oh, for sure.
Like overly.
Yeah, like too much. Sometimes too much.
And what really set the internet on fire wasn't just the women. Fans noticed Thug spending hours on the phone with his boys too. People started analyzing every laugh, every tone, every word, and soon the old DL rumors came roaring back. It wasn't just about Mariah potentially playing second fiddle to other women anymore. Now the conversation included the possibility that there was another side to Young Thug's life that she might not have even known about. Then when Thug's own confession about talking to 10 women a day in jail came out, it was clear to everybody that Mariah had more than enough reasons to walk away. While the clip of young Thug admitting he talks to 10 women a day leaked, people were shocked, even though she should have known better. And there were already rumors of him cheating on her with multiple people before he got arrested. Plus, he's rich as F, y'all, and it's not surprising that he had more than enough women to keep him company even over the phone. However, what's really surprising is how casual it was for him to admit to cheating on Mariah, and he did it without even thinking twice. The way he said it was almost casual, like it's just how he kept himself busy. But for everybody else listening, it came across as a full-on confession that he'd been entertaining other women the whole time. Mariah stayed loyal.
Girls, a lot of girls hit me up. The Asian hit me up. Out of the blue. What was the girl with the freckles? Remember her?
Yeah, Latasha.
Yeah, she hit me up.
Look, when I come out tonight, I'm gonna call you.
You want me to call her?
Yeah, for sure. So I want you to text her and tell her, for sure.
Y'all, the reactions were instant and savage, to say the least, and fans weren't just upset that Thug was talking to other women, they were furious because of what it made Mariah look like. She had been the definition of loyal, visiting him in jail, defending him publicly, and even shaping her music around love and commitment and not messing with nobody else. Meanwhile, he's dropping lines about chatting with the roster of women like it's no big deal, and possibly the men's is too. Well, it made her devotion stand out in sharp contrast to how little he seemed to value her. It wasn't just awkward, it was humiliating. The internet immediately framed it as proof that Mariah was getting played. And just when people thought it couldn't get messier, more leak calls dropped. But these new clips didn't just raise questions about his relationship with the women. They had everybody wondering why else he might have been keeping under wraps. And just when people thought they had a handle on Thug's drama, things got even more complicated. It wasn't only women he was calling that caught attention. Fans started noticing he was spending hours and hours on the phone with guys too. Now normally that's fine, you chop it up with your boys, right? But the way he carried on in some of them chats had people doing some double takes. The jokes, the pet names, the playful tone didn't exactly read as just friends catching up. And let's be real for a millisecond, this isn't a sudden thing. Thug's always kept people guessing about his sexuality. Between calling his homies bae on social media and showing up in a purple dress on the Jeffrey album cover, he's been dropping hints and sparking questions for years.
I think the first time I ever wore a dress, at that point I didn't even know it was a dress. It wasn't a dress. One. On God, because I know what my version of a dress is. It's kind of like a coat.
When you do put on a dress, is that more for shock?
No, it's just like I wanted a cheetah print long shirt. I couldn't find one. This is the closest I'm gonna get to it. It stopped me from judging people because it's like people judge me and people say gay, but it's like if people think that I'm gay, they already misjudged.
So fans used to laugh it off, but now after these leaked calls, people are starting to voice what they've been thinking for a while. Maybe Thug wasn't just keeping things casual with women in jail. Maybe there was something else going on entirely. And some shrugged and called it him being playful, but a lot of people saw the calls as proof of the old DL rumors. For years, fans have been raiding into this behavior, and now it felt like confirmation of what they suspected all along. And the truth is, these whispers didn't just start with jail calls. Thug's actions, antics have had people questioning him for years, long before these clips ever surfaced. But back in the day, Thug's social media posts kept people guessing. He called his friends lover or bae on Instagram, no less, and fans immediately started talking. Then there was the Jeffrey album cover where he showed up in that whole dress. Some saw it as a bold fashion moment, but for a lot of people it felt like another clue about his sexuality. And them interviews, y'all, they didn't help either. Whenever the topic came up, he just laughed, changed the subject, or shrugged it off with lines like, "My personal life is my personal life." All of it left plenty of room for speculation. So when the jail calls leaked and came forward, fans quickly started piecing things together. Suddenly it wasn't just playful chats with friends. Too many. It looked like a consistent pattern spanning years, and they were ready to say, look, it's always been there and now we're seeing it for ourselves.
I just want to thank God for the day. I want to thank you for life, light, and love. I want to thank you for our family and our friends. I want to thank you for Jeff and our relationship. I want to thank you for covering us with the blood of Jesus, protecting us, keeping us safe every day. kept showing up for me and supporting me. There was people who was telling me I would never see him again. There was people who was laughing at me and laughing at the situation, making fun of us. And this shit's so fucking crazy, man. It's supposed to be a prayer. Come on, thank you, God. And amen. Now back to me. Who doubted me and doubted this and said this nigga was never coming back. Oh, God. What you gonna say now? Now, when I say thug, we gotta switch it up. This shit is so unbelievable. But let's just make it to the end so I can get on this. You know what I'm talking.
But through all the drama, Mariah ended up at the center of the conversation without doing anything at all. Fans weren't just asking why she stuck around for the cheating leaks. They started speculating that maybe there was more, something bigger happening behind the scenes that she had no idea about. Suddenly, the image of her as this ride-or-die girlfriend didn't feel like pure loyalty anymore. It looked more like she was caught in a situation that Thug never planned to make public. From the beginning, Mariah's role in the relationship was clear. She was the loyal one. She showed up for court dates, visiting behind bars, and even poured her feelings into songs that fans swore were about holding Thug down. And people treated her like the ultimate ride or die. Once those jail call leaks hit though, the tone online flipped. Praise turned into jokes and shade, and the TikToks mocked her loyalty with captions like, "Me being more faithful to my situationship than Mariah is to Young Thug." And Twitter threads dragged her for sticking around while he reportedly juggled multiple women and maybe even some friends in ways people found questionable.
But Mariah, the only person who with me in the green, and this my fault. Like, you ain't never took no meeting without me. Like, you ain't never tried to cross me out. You ain't never did none of that. I'ma give you some of your masters. You see what I'm saying? I take 300 million before I take 375 million. I take 300 million and give you 75 million worth of your rights back. Cause if I sell the and make 375 million, I'm already thinking in my mind I got to give you the 75 million anyway. So before I do that, I ain't gonna even take the money. I'm gonna just give you 75 million. So and your study growing. And you hold your for 2-3 years, you gonna get you 100 million for it. If you hold it for 2-3 more years, you gonna get you 100 million.
Well, eventually it stopped being about being mad at Thug and started being about feeling bad for Mariah. The more loyal she looked, the more it seemed like she was being played. And the brutal side of being in a high-profile relationship is this. Once the internet decides someone's getting played, and then it got messier when her career started taking a back seat. People weren't talking about her music anymore. Headlines kept calling her Young Thug's girlfriend who won't leave. Oof, that ride or die image that once seemed empowering began to feel like a trap, tying her to this drama instead of letting her shine on her own. Now, watching those clips of Thug brushing her off didn't just sting, it made it clear she was pouring herself into a man who didn't return the same energy. And let's be real, she's too pretty for that. And then Thug dropped one line that escalated everything, making the internet turn on him even harder than before. He low-key admitted that he and several other ATL rappers were on the DL. In response to fans dragging him for snitching, he went off saying, "Since y'all wanna call me a snitch, let's just air it all out then. We all be taking Mad D in Atlanta. I'm talking all your fave rappers be taking it, and they homeboys be giving it. Don't wear no skinnies around baby if you not with it." Now, when you talking about baby or lil baby? Well, it's kind of wild how he jumped from fans accusing him of snitching on Gunna to the rest of the YSL members straight to outing everybody for being on the DL. It's almost like he was just waiting for the perfect opportunity to come out of the closet, and he did it in the cattiest, messiest, and most roundabout way possible. Well, he did end up deleting that tweet after a few minutes, but the drama didn't end there. To make things even messier, YSL Woody jumped into the drama, claiming that Thug did some nasty things in prison, and that Thug couldn't look at himself. In the video I'm about to show you, Woody claimed that Thug allegedly paid a lot of hush money. Take a listen.
Can't look at himself. He can't look at himself. His conscience ain't no more. He trying to pay all this money to keep this stuff out the blogs. Keep paying the media. This what the control they have. This the control they have. Calling people, bro, don't unfollow me, bro. Nah, I mean, not right now, bro. I understand you don't mess with me, bro. But just do it in a professional way, bro. Like, come on, bro. Yeah.
It's definitely giving what it is supposed to have gave. R.I.P. to Roland Ray. And honestly, it's hard not to feel bad for Mariah. I mean, she even canceled some shows when Thug got released because she wanted to spend time with her man, only to find out that he was supposedly cheating on her with everybody who even looked at him behind bars. Y'all, talk about a mess. But just like that, the tea is boiling over, and Mariah the scientist is left picking up the pieces. And fans are losing it, sides are being taken, and the fallout from Young Thug's secret prison affair is only just the beginning. One thing's for sure, two things for certain, this isn't the end, y'all, and they ain't going quietly. Stay tuned because the next bombshell is coming faster than anybody could blink. But who's really telling the truth here? And who's about to get dragged for filth next? You already know the chaos is far from over, so don't forget to comments below and check out this next video.